Welcome, everyone, to the beginnings of BioShock 2. The underrated, possibly, I don't really remember, less regarded sequel to the original BioShock, the middle child of the BioShock franchise. This time, we get to play as the Big Daddy. Now, for some of you who may not be very familiar with the series, of course, this one's typically regarded as the least favorite from most people. It's been years since I played this game, though, so I don't really remember why. I played it when it came out, and then I never touched it again, because I remember the multiplayer being pretty dead on arrival.
Let's go out to play, Daddy.
So, didn't play it for too long. But there is some multiplayer that did not return in BioShock Infinite, I believe. But I had a lot of fun with BioShock 1, and I wanted to actually play through BioShock Infinite for the first time, so I feel like we have to reconnect the pieces of the franchise. Now, I'm playing the BioShock 2 remaster on the PC, and this game has been buggy as hell. This is actually the second time I'm going through this intro now, because I played for about 3 hours and made about a half hour's worth of progress, because the game kept crashing. Luckily, I've installed some mods. I've looked up online, I've modified the INI file a little bit, so hopefully it's not going to keep crashing all the time. Here we are. How freaky would that be? Then again, I guess if you can shoot electricity out of your hands, someone getting their skull crushed right in front of you isn't intimidating you anymore. How's this guy not dead? How do you switch plasmids so fast?
There we are. He's perfectly safe now. This is not your daughter. Do you understand? Her name is Eleanor, and she is mine.
He seems very nervous about that.
Kneel, please. Remove your helmet.
Also surprisingly easy to remove the Big Daddy helmet.
Place it against your head.
Why is Eleanor not doing anything? She's just staring in awe.
Fire.
I mean, I guess she's a little girl. Can't really critique her for that one. That's something that would be pretty traumatizing to try to react with when you're like, what, 5 or 6 maybe? I'm not good with kids. I don't know how old she is.
Hello, can you hear me?
Here we are waking up 10 years later, somehow, and for some reason, the helmet's back on, and we're not dead from that pistol shot to the skull. Pretty impressive survivability, if you ask me. Like some small dialogue in the background, like they're trying to tell me where to go. I feel like these pictures are all the in memoriam pictures, people who had died. Hello. Little sister was staring at me. Since I'm a Big Daddy, shouldn't she have come out to play? I've been like, oh hey, Daddy, it's you. I saw a shadow. Am I crazy? Am I losing it? There it is. Dramatic. Spoilers. It's a bad guy.
Lesson 1, Mob Jockeys. You are under the ocean now. If you feel the soft patter of rain on your hat, you're already fired. Lesson 2. You can jumpstart a dead generator with a direct spark, but clear the guests out of the pool first. Scares these rich pricks to watch a working stiff hurling thunderbolts. You follow me?
Okay. Quite dramatic. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is maybe we don't listen to too many of the tapes in this game. If you watched my playthrough of the first one, I didn't really listen to those recording tapes too much. Mostly because, one, I didn't collect them all. So sometimes the story of them was a little rambled because I would go from one to the other. And then you wouldn't really know what was going on. And then two, I mean, I don't know. Just a lot of side story stuff. If you were that interested in it, maybe you'd play it yourself, huh? Eh? Maybe? Just kidding. There's just really no coherent story for a lot of those. Sometimes they're funny, but like that one, it's like, I mean, did I need to hear this one today? Okay. It's to me it was really weird. All of these stories from like the early 2000s, it's like they played Halo 3 and were like, hey, you know the worst part of Halo 3's campaign when Cortana stopped you from moving and gave you a real weird like dialogue rant? Let's add that to every single game. Here we go. It's the remastering of the cutscene from the first game when this happened. You'll notice, of course, a lot of the early themes to this game, we retread some of the BioShock 1 material.
Daddy was sleeping for such a long time, and Eleanor has missed you. Find her and you'll be all better.
Okay.
Daddy!
We're kind of just like awkwardly staring at each other for a little bit there. I don't know if she was like expecting me to do something or what. Now, I will say what I like a lot better about this game is in this game, compared to BioShock 1, you can... Oh, hang on. 1540. Oh, it says it right there. That's fine. You can use both the gun and the plasmid at the same time, which is fantastic stuff. Because as some of you might remember, if you watched my playthrough of the first game, is that I would constantly get jumbled between the weapon that I was trying to use and the gun. Because you'd have to, like, switch the weapon type, and you just have to do all sorts of weird stuff. Lamb was watching. But anyway, back to the control scheme that we're talking about for this game. Being able to use both the weapon and the plasmid at the same time makes me actually really want to use the plasmids. Whereas in the first game, I mean, just use the gun.
Who are bringing this
It does all the things that you would need to do, and
my name
so is
is
equipped.
Tannenbaum. I know who you are, and I am in much need of your help. Please,
What you doing?
find me in the Atlantic Express train station.
He doesn't have a little sister with him, so do Big Daddies just fucking wander around outside? And why is Tannenbaum still down here? Didn't she leave after the end of the first game? I guess I can spoil stuff, right? Because we assume if you're watching this, you watched my playthrough of the first game. If not, well, watch my playthrough of the first game. Hey, buddy. Oh, that's cute. You riveted up the wall and it stopped leaking. So Big Daddies just kind of do everything, right? They're like, I don't know, are they the slaves? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess technically they're slaves because they've been bred from birth to work, but I didn't think they did anything really other than escort the little sisters. I suppose that's some world building there, right? I got the exact same amount of money that I spent to open that door, inside the door. What a waste. Because I also got some aspirin, but didn't really need that. health pickups continuing to give basically no health.
This is Dr. Sophia Lamb with a message for the
Do they not have items? No, okay, no, they do have items if they get electrocuted.
You are not alone. Think of me not as
How
leader,
dangerous is it to make an electric plasmid like this work underwater, right? I mean, there just have to be water everywhere. All the time. Or have running water in an underwater world? I mean, that's kind of risky. File the lamp. Okay. What's the zoom button again?
turn off the lights.
Turn off the lights indeed, lady. It's time to go night-night. Now, so normally I'm used to hitting the right mouse button to zoom in with a gun. But since we want to try and integrate plasmids into the game, right, we gotta use the right mouse button to use the plasmids. And then so Z is the zoom, but it's like, I mean, Z's much more difficult to zoom on. I guess there's not normally a whole lot of, oh, rip bathysphere. Like long-range combat in this game. I suppose the zoom being on an off key isn't really a big deal. Because, I mean, we are underwater, so.
I don't like the sound.
BioShock loves to make people come up behind me. Saw you coming, bitch. Maybe don't talk to yourself if you want to sneak up to your opponents. This is the guy talking to himself while playing a game. Well, I guess I'm technically talking to the viewer, but... Hi. She gonna acknowledge me? Don't I make, like, weird noises?
Big sister doesn't want you playing with me.
Hi. Hello. We're having a nice little staring contest. Oh, that did no damage. Why would you use the flame plasma? Incinerate sucks. Get good. Ow. But she does take damage. The enemy is already shocked. You can make her fall off the wall. That's useful to know. So if we zap her while she's trying to do some Spider-Man stuff, she just kind of fucks off, does she? Alright.
This is Dr. Sophia
Where
Lamb
did the
with
little
a
sister
message
go?
for the people.
Oh, maybe she just ran off into this hidey hole.
Big sister is always watching. To steal Adam is to steal from the Rapture family. Your family.
My fam. No, I'm an only child, thank you. I got nothing to do with this big sister, little sister nonsense, alright? Yes, my favorite meal, health pack, sitting on a table there. There's no real point to use the drill, honestly. I have a big fuck off gun. Since I'm a big daddy, I can hold it with one arm. Of course I'm going to use it. It's my favorite part of the game, too, where we, since we're still early in the game, we just get a bunch of ammo for one gun, because it can't give me ammo for guns that I don't have yet. Why do I remember that from the first game? That logo? It looks so familiar. Were we there in the first game? Or do we not revisit any of the same locations? That's not good. Why you would have glass in any portion of your underwater city is beyond me. Some crazy dude walks in with a knife and completely fucks this portion of Rapture. Right? I guess then again, people probably start going insane if they couldn't be exposed to natural light at any point. Then again, what a bizarre strategy. She does see that I have a giant, like, scuba gear outfit, right? How is this water supposed to kill me? I started the dramatic music cue too early. I was starting to look around. I wanted to explore. Probably can't. Yeah, probably can't float upwards with a suit like this on.
Even the ocean cannot harm you. This is good. But Rapture is the death of many great men. Alone, you will not last long. You can still reach the train station. Find me there.
Okay. Ooh, it's another Big Daddy thing with like a shoulder-mounted rocket launcher. That's kind of cool. What? Alright, fuck off then. You're gonna shoot me, we're on the same side. I just took a bunch of damage from that. At least I assumed it was a bunch of damage. What kind of moron shoots someone up close and personal like that with a rocket launcher? Good lord, talk about the splash damage. Though I guess if he has the upgrade that removes the, like, you don't damage yourself, your own explosive thing. That's a really good upgrade for the grenade launcher. He might be alright if he did that. It's so colorful. I wonder how hard it would be to build an underwater world like this. I mean, probably... Did I just take fall damage? Hello? I think I am. Should probably stop with that. And now, I know they would never do this because, in real life, to build an underwater city like this, because it would be so impractical and hard to upkeep. But I wonder if it would be possible. Like, just for a second, we're not going to think about the fact that we would waste literally billions, possibly trillions of dollars to build a city like that. Could it be done? A lot of parallels to the first game in the beginning of this.
You arrive, as the little one said you would.
We encounter the big sister, much like the Big Daddy in the first game, right after observing the little sister's draining from a person. We get a huge, like, spanning view of the city right away. Except this time we're underwater, but that's because we're a Big Daddy now, so there's got to be a little bit of a difference between the introductions to the City of Rapture. Are these Big Daddy suits just kind of chilling here? Oh, they're all just kind of hanging up here. That's kind of creepy. Like, did we hang these people? It's just the Big Daddy locker room? I would have just kind of assumed they're, like, brainless trolls. But do they, like, clock out after work at the end of the day? Hit their quota of, like, escorting the little sister to 10, 15 corpses and are like, alright, time to take off the big helmet and go home for the wife.
Now most who survive are like this. Splicers. They're drug addicts. Vicious animals.
Yes. Cool. It's my least favorite part about this game. The hack tool, fired at machines to subvert them. The schematics. Well, what you should do, actually, we're going to stock up on ammo real quick. Since this is an infinite dispenser of this. Right, because whenever they have something like this, where it's required for you to use this to progress, they can't not put something like this in here, where if I somehow miss this, because every time I shoot, you know, I just waste it, I guess. Anyway, this thing needs to exist as long as there's a hack that you need to do with it. which is how they artificially inflate the value. Of course, they're very unique descriptions, right? Because you can uses, and they always have to be contrived like this because, I mean, you can still hack things normally, like just walking up to this thing. And you get bonus points for hacking something in the blue section. So there's green, which is normal. Blue gives you bonus points. I don't know if it just like makes whatever you hack stronger or something. And then red, which will trigger a security alarm when you hit it. And then a bunch of the fucking flying robots will come to you. Train station needs some work. Ooh, even less reason to use the gun, or the drill. I can just melee. Ooh. Nice. Of course, I usually like to shoot things. Pretty clear that my robot doesn't like to shoot things. I didn't even hear him wind up the gun. Has he been shot? He's smoking a little bit.
Remember, we reject the gene. We reject the self. We reject the tyrant.
We reject the self. But then what are you? I hear something sparkling, which must be like a quest thing, right? You guys hear that? Ding, 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 ding. Doesn't sound very BioShocky. Maybe I'm just crazy. Oh, that's right. I gotta remember. Melee. And just bust those healthcare centers. Get my health back. Oh, there it is. There's the jingle jingle. I knew it would be an objective noise. Video game logic 101. All of the story required items need to go.
I know you.
Here's another parallel to the first game. We're locked in an elevator room,
10 years.
and the bad guy puts up their face on the TV screen.
Put a gun to your head and pull the trigger. But take heart. Out of your pain, paradise was born. I don't know how you survived.
I don't either. I'm pretty sure I shot myself in the head, and then didn't receive medical attention.
Please understand that like all I have done, this...
Who put my helmet back on? Who fixed my fucking skull?
It is Sophia Lamb. She has found you.
Well, I'm not exactly subtle. Now, am I supposed to like let my health die here? Yeah. I wasted a health pack, whoops. Did I just take a health pack? There was a click noise. Which I don't know if you guys heard, because I don't know if the sound's turned up enough. Look at all of these cute parallels to the beginning of BioShock 1. I feel traps them in a little bit, but... Not to critique it too much, I do enjoy the game.
Enemy we share, Sophia Lamb.
We're already about to where I made it originally. Luckily, the game hasn't crashed a dozen times. I'm just re-recording this intro. So that's why you're hearing, you know, not a lot of original reactions to some of this stuff. I already know it happened. I mean, technically, I should know everything that happens in this game. But shit, I don't even remember when this game came out.
Careful, security cameras belong to Lamb. But if you are clever,
I'm not,
they can be made
apparently.
to serve you.
Oh yeah, that's right, the remote dart. I could hack the cameras in this game. Just like you couldn't in the first game. But I don't really want more of those fucking robots coming into the scene. Flying robots, these security guys, they suck anyway. Faster just to kill things yourself, you know what I mean? If you want something dead, you just gotta snap its neck with your own bare hands. Right? Something's bothering you? Kid at school saying mean things to you? Just... Don't wait for the teachers to come and assist. This is written in parody. Rated R. Well, not technically rated R, because then YouTube won't let me show it, but... Because I have to be family friendly, but also not for kids. Isn't that right, YouTube? Isn't that right, Susan? Just kidding. No one watches these anyway, so, like... I don't really think I have to be held to any standard.
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I know you're awake in there. I can feel it. Mother won't be able to toy with you like that ever again. This plasmid is for you. If I'm right, you can use it now. Please.
With all the, like, blood cells around me. How can you communicate with me psychically? Is that explained? Telekinesis. We already watched that in the first game. Shit. If you guys remember, because they're the exact same cutscenes. It's nice that there's a cute little tutorial for stuff, though. Fuck. I just threw that letter at somebody. Well, technically the wall, but I was thinking about if we send it at somebody, would I be able to give them a nasty paper cut? I want to say nasty like that all the time for the rest of my life now. He knows the way. Because I've been watching some Gordon Ramsay, his Nightmare Kitchens show, which I normally don't watch TV. So I just dropped this. Can you stop giving me random items? I want the explosive. There we go. Get fucked. Hey, there goes the security bot. Oh, I just blew up the security bot. Oh shit. Hi. It's Isaac Clarke from Dead Space. Okay, we did it. How'd that guy run up on me? Yeah, telekinesis is such a situational plasmid. Because you gotta have these explosive tubes around, but at the same time, just like I like to do with most games, you can also just shoot the stuff. And they'll die. Nothing more efficient at killing somebody than with a gun. Am I right, or am I right, boys and girls? You know it. I know you know it. There's items over there, but there's also stuff over here. Wait. This not just where I came from? I guess I can just eat like that. What does canned meat do? Cure it all. I wish it would give a note every time you were looking at stuff to see what it would replenish. Because I think alcohol, like... Okay, yeah, gives you health but drains Eve. I don't want to have to remember that. Just tell me. That's all I ask. I'll try not to be as exploring of everything as I did in the first game. That's why you use the drill. It does a little bit more damage. But I just like exploring stuff because I don't like the idea that I've missed items. That there's hidden goodies or upgrades that I could be missing out on. I'm here for it. I'm here for the upgrades. I'm here to be good. Because if you spend that extra couple minutes searching for items, then guess what? You don't spend an extra couple minutes dying and reloading a page. Or a chapter of the story.
White is not black, Dr. Lamb. Down is not up, and straw is not gold. Look around you. Rapture is no miracle. It is a product of reason. Impossible unless 1 and 1 are 2, and A equates to A.
man is a prisoner to bias, dream, delusion, or the pain of a phantom limb. To one man, they are as real as rain. Reality is consensus, and the people are losing faith.
All right, Legion.
Take a walk, Andrew. It is raining in Rapture, and you have simply chosen not to notice.
So I wanted to let that
Sophia Lamb is using
one
his
play
voices
because
against you.
I just thought of a funny
Most
idea,
big daddies are like her slaves,
and I can
guarding the
say it
little
freely
ones.
because I know
But someone
since no one watches these
has
videos,
awakened
no one's
you.
gonna steal this idea from me. What I want to do now is during the presidential debates,
I know
if
of your
Donald
bond
Trump
with
and Bernie
Eleanor
Sanders
Delta.
ever
To save yourself,
have to
you
debate each
will
other,
come for her.
I want to
has a destiny.
overlay the Lamb
One
versus
you cannot share.
Andrew Ryan
There is no place for you in paradise.
voices from the voice recordings over their debate. I think that would be hilarious. Oh my god, I just thought of it. It is a literal gold mine idea. Excuse you? Oh, it's so good. Don't steal it. I claimed it here first. It was me. I don't know if BioShock is still, or the original BioShock, the underwater one, is still popular enough where that video would go viral, but I think it would be funny. None of my videos go viral, so it's not like I can't post it anyway. That's not true. One time I did have a video go kind of viral. And it was a 9-second clip. It's still posted on my channel. It actually skews some of my analytics because I got so many views in a single day that forever it scars some of my analytics. But all I did was I made a short recording of an animation from Diva from Heroes of the Storm, and it got posted to both the Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm subreddits, and it was on the front page for a while. Of course, the one video where I have zero commentary and I'm not involved with the video goes viral, so I don't know what that says about me and my commentary on videos, but you know what? I was pretty happy with the views. Got no subscribers, though. Oh, hello. Bye. Oh, no. You still want to stare at me. That's probably Eleanor, isn't it?
Quickly, head for the elevator.
Is that a spoiler? It just feels like it's pretty obvious. I don't know. I'll be honest, what could have been kind of creepy... Oh, wait. Can we... I have to, like, stop moving to hack this. Motherfucker. Is he gonna shoot at anybody? Oh, yeah, he is. My boy out here evading everything. See, when I trigger these fucking things, like 30 of these bots come out of the woodwork and are like, hello, I'm here to bust your balls. I thought the drone guy was gonna, you know, help me out. So does it have to be by enemy? He doesn't just stick around and help me? So only one comes down for a bad guy. It's not even worth it. I try to get super clever with that. Oh. Ooh, another cutscene where we ride that parallels the first game, where we get to ride an elevator while the enemy tries to bust it down. My one security droid, flying around out there, distracting absolutely nobody.
Now, here is what the children tell me. You are a very old Big Daddy, bonded for life to a single little one. When you are apart for too long, your body begins to shut down like a coma.
10 years,
As long
not a
as
very
the
long
girl is
time
in
though.
the rapture, you are trapped here as well. The name of your little one is Eleanor Lamb, daughter of Sophia. She is kept at Fontaine Futuristics on the other side of the city.
She's
You
not
must
the
go
big
there
sister.
and save her before it is too late.
So the fatal time period that I could be separated from Eleanor must be like, what, 10.1 years? And then that's when it fucks with me? Is this enemy triggered thing going to appear for the rest of time? Will the droid come up here to help me out? Droid, drone. I've tried to call it like several different things. Trap rivet ammo. On the floor. I probably won't do that. Hey, it's Eve's guard. Eve is the thing, the blue stuff that you inject into your arm. Did they ever describe what that's supposed to feel like? Is Eve the drug, or I always kind of thought Adam was the drug. But now that I think about it, the Eve blue stuff that you shoot up into your arm probably also is a drug. Then again, we never really see splicers using plasmids. So maybe Eve is the drug, because Eve doesn't give you plasmid abilities. Whereas Adam kind of does. Some lore to think about there for a minute. What is... maybe Eve isn't the drug. Did they ever talk about that? Alright, buddy. I guess you just kind of kill everybody, right? Let's see. Hello.
You see? This is why I must fight Sophia Lamb. She is using the new little ones for something.
Why? See
But I
what?
have returned to rescue them. If I do not, more children
guy?
will die for my sins. And the rapture nightmare will repeat forever. Now, we must talk.
Citizens of Rapture, this is Subject Delta. Behind that mask hides a
Generic
enemy
Big Daddy
of
picture. Just like my YouTube thumbnails.
or sympathy.
How dare you?
It is a beast apart, and as family, we must tear out its jaw and drive it back into the sea.
Oh, that's awkward.
Lamb will take this place apart to find you.
Sorry, we're closed.
Please hold back the splicers until we escape.
What? Hold back? Why did I get volunteered for this? Let me in. I want to hide from the splicers. I guess I should probably space these out a bit, right? So that the same splicer doesn't trigger each one. What is this screeching music? I get it, they're bad guys. I'm just gonna break this camera. It is a nice improvement that in this game, the trap rivets don't trigger when you walk into them. Because I'm 90% sure why I never used them in the other game. It was because they would, technically they were from the crossbow. They would trigger when you walked into them. At least that's how I remember it. Also, there weren't a lot of places in the last game where you, like, just had to sit in one spot and fight off waves of splicers. What you do in this game?
Thank you. Now I must leave you, and I am sorry for this. But there are others I must help before the city drowns. This man
Others?
Sinclair, he is an ally, and will guide you to Eleanor.
Like me from the first
Goodbye,
game?
Herr Delta. And good luck.
Is that the other?
Well, look at
I
you.
mean, looting as the
A
story's
bona fide
happening.
knight in armor, complete with iron horse.
I've always thought envisioning the protagonist of any game you're playing, like scavenging through
Old
these dead
Tannenbaum
corpses
and I
while like
share
serious
an interest
conversation
in
is
the
supposed to be
old
happening in the
Fontaine
background.
building. The very
Would always
same
be really
place
funny.
You'll find Eleanor Lamb.
Wait, what was
I
that?
think
Sorry,
you and
I was
in
checking the
your
pockets of Dead
business.
Splicer
Take the
32.
train to Ryan Amusements. I'll see you shortly.
This other man I murdered. Choo choo. Actually, what would an underwater train sound like?
apply the brakes unless you're aiming to dash yourself against that glacier up ahead.
What? But global warming. There is no glaciers. I can just go right through that.
As you can see, Chief, the station here's iced over. To reach Eleanor Lamb...
What is that, spitting out like liquid nitrogen?
We'll have to clear the way. Now,
And wouldn't the door just kind of break if it was frozen
you'll
shut?
need a plasmid, like a handful of hellfire. We used to sell a fine old product called Incinerate in the amusement park up yonder. Go on.
Alright,
find a way
sleazeball.
in. I've already been on all the rides.
Just the way this guy talks, you're thinking he's a slime ball. But anyway, right, so if you freeze something with liquid nitrogen, it becomes a lot more fucking fragile. Like this, right? So if I slam this train into this, it should theoretically just fall apart, right? I mean, I guess that it wouldn't create the necessary, like, power-up door that I've got to walk through like I'm fucking Samus Aran, but hey, you know, it's a video game, right? Not my science project. I'm also probably quite wrong. I don't know how physics works. That's gonna wrap out my re-recording of part 1. No crashes in sight so far, so I think the mods that I've installed and the settings that I have adjusted have worked out perfectly. So thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed so far. And if you have, maybe check out the first game playthrough again, just to recap what exactly is going on in the BioShock franchise. Who are some of these characters? I think really we only know Tenenbaum. Maybe we heard Lamb in the first game, but I don't really recall. And if you like this and want to see more, of course, you can also hit the bell button and the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I go live. You get the like button so the YouTube algorithm might one day favor me again. Probably won't, though. Then you can also join our Discord channel. The link for that is in the description below. And that's all I've got. And until next time in part 2, see you around.